Hello there, welcome to my views and news. PM Abiy today warned some foreign embassies which are involved in black market in Ethiopia. He warned some internal elements or organizations to operating in Ethiopia, not foreign, local. What did he say? A 4 hour long speech by the Prime Minister of Ethiopia ended just a few minutes ago. He appeared at the House of People Representatives. There he answered the questions raised by the members of the parliament. What did he say about foreign embassies? What did he say about Somalia, about MOU, about conflict in Amhara? Any talks with Fano? Details with this video. Firstly, with PM Abiy warned foreign embassies without naming them. He said some foreign embassies are involved in foreign exchange market. They are part of transactions, dealings in black market. It won't be tolerated. In a way, he accused foreign embassies of helping black market flourish. Which foreign embassies, by the way? Well, it's not difficult to guess, I think, if you have been monitoring the developments in Ethiopia. I think definitely he was pointing towards Eritrea. Eritrea is accused of interfering in Ethiopian economic affairs by intervening in Ethiopian black market. This is what is generally said by the people, by the businessmen in Ethiopia. It's not a secret. I have been hearing about Eritrean intervention in Ethiopian black market for years. I personally think he warned Eritrean embassy. He gave a warning about smuggling of gold to from Ethiopia. Who is involved in smuggling of gold from Ethiopia? Through which channels the gold is being smuggled? Through Eritrea, gold is being smuggled. Through some other countries too, gold is being smuggled. But Gitash Oreda confirmed a few days ago that gold worth billions of birds was being smuggled out of Tigray, and Tigray is only connected with Eritrea. Smuggling of gold through Amhara, through Afar, through Volkait is not possible. So Eritrea is being used as a medium for smuggling of gold. Eritreans are involved, Eritrean military, Eritrean government on some level are involved in gold smuggling from Tigray. Again, PM Abiy warned that action will be taken. He opposed the newly introduced Franco Volta policy through which Ethiopian businessmen can import using their money which is abroad. So he announced that adjustments will be made to it. MOU, what did he say about MOU with Somalia? No change in Ethiopian position. He said, we have made our position clear. We want access to the Red Sea. This is what our national interest is. We are expanding. Our economy is growing. We don't want to expand and annex territories. Lease agreement cannot be called an annexation attempt by Ethiopia. We want access to sea. This is our national interest, but we want war. We don't want war. We want to gain access to sea peacefully. If this generation cannot get access to sea, the next generation will. But this is what our stated national goal is. So Ethiopia committed to gain access to sea, but he ruled out the use of force to gain access to sea. He sent a message of peace to all the neighboring countries, Eritrea as well, Djibouti, Somalia, that Ethiopia wants friendly relations. And Ethiopia is a friend of those countries which would help Ethiopia grow. He appreciated Middle East. He said Middle Eastern countries are playing a major role in supporting Ethiopian development. I think he was talking about UAE. Without naming UAE, I think he thanked UAE's government. What about internal situation? Amhara region. A question was asked by a member of parliament from Nama, National Movement of Amharas from the Amhara region, and he accused the government forces of arresting people. He said that prisons are overcrowded, Amharas being arrested, detained, journalists, activists, politicians. Imabi said that he basically denied. He said that no ethnicity-based arrests are ongoing. If people are part of problem, they'll be arrested, they'll be detained, action will be taken. So in a way, he accused members of parliament, some members of parliament, journalists, activists, they're part of the problem. So they need to be fixed. And this is what the government is doing. He offered to talk. He said, we have been trying to talk to groups in Amhara. We sent elders to. And IGAD and African Union will be involved. So either IGAD African Union are already involved, they have contacted FANO, or they will be involved in talks between FANO and the government. I think they were involved in talks between government and TPLF. Were they involved in talks between government and Ola? Not clear. They were involved, I think. Now, Ethiopian government wants to involve them in talks with the FANO. No change. He defended government's policy about Amhara region. He said, we are investing a lot in Amhara. We're building bridges, we're building resorts, we're building industrial sites here. The region is seeing development. But some people accuse government of not giving attention to Amhara. They're lying. The support, the investment which Amhara region has received under this government is way higher than it received in the past. Interestingly, he made a comment about Ethiopian history. The last 60, 70-year history of Ethiopia should be erased. This is what his personal view is, he said. In a way, he said that the history is divisive in Ethiopia. It divides people. He warned religious leaders. He said, religious leaders, media people, journalists, he said that you should spread unifying narrative. And he always mentions when he talks about religious groups that the government gives them free lands. So government gives free land to churches, to mosques. This is what to the Muslim and Orthodox Christian community, other communities. This is what again he said in today's talk. What about the forecast for growth? He claimed that Ethiopia on the right track. Next year we'll see the real benefits of the reforms which are being introduced in Ethiopia. This year, still in Ethiopia, fuel is cheap. It's not that people are in the most difficult position in the world who are living in Ethiopia. But yes, this year is testing. Next year, things will improve. No big announcement by the Prime Minister about any major dialogue with FANO. No major announcement to give relief to people who have been hit by new macroeconomic reforms. No major announcement about MOU, about Eritrea. Basically, he reiterated government's position about internal and external issues. He warned banks. He claimed that commercial bank of Ethiopia was going to collapse had there been no new macroeconomic reforms. CBE would have collapsed. Other banks would have collapsed too. And he warned banks. He said there are some banks which are robbing the people in the name of commissions. So I think internally we could see the continuation of the same policy, which has been ongoing for the last 5 to 6 years. No change. He's claiming to be democratic, claiming to be he claims to believe in dialogue and negotiations. He said Prosperity Party was formed uh, due to the merger of several parties. Opposition parties could also have formed a similar joint front. It would have been better for Ethiopian democracy. I agree here. I agree here with the Prime Minister. But problem is that is he willing to give opposition parties a platform to meet, to exercise their right of political activity? They're not allowed to open their offices. They're not allowed to meet. They're not allowed to carry out political activities. How can they form an opposition platform, an opposition party with the merger of other parties? Basically, he claims to be a Democrat, but if you are a student of Ethiopian politics and Ethiopian current affairs, you would see that he does not truly believe in giving political rights to opposition parties. If anyone challenges his narrative, he or she is bound to be painted as anti-Ethiopia, anti-peace. Nothing new. We were hoping that maybe he'll make some big announcements, but nothing new so far. Thank you for watching.